Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation is the fourth sabad of Mahalla Tija in this Vadhans Rag Karchotha. There are four stanzas or four sections or so, or four padas to it. What we will do today is try and quickly go down the stanzas and then reflect on the Shabad. And I will try to translate every line as best as I possibly can. So let's see how this works out. The recitation of the first stanza. Eih Sareer Jajari hai. Eih Sareer Jajari hai. Isno jar pahunche aaye. So this body, Jajari is one that fades. Change jaan wala. Isno jar pahunche aaye. So this physical body is degradable and it is inevitably going to perish. Gur rakhe se ubre hor mar jamme aave jaye. So gur rakhe se ubre, what flourishes is that which is discovered and protected by the gur, by gur wisdom. The rest comes and goes. So there is something that Guru wisdom protects, which is not perishable. Hor mar jamme aave jahe, ant gaye pachataave. So emphasis again. Hor mar jamme aave jave, ant gaye pachataave. Hor. This is other than what the gur protects, you see. Gur rakhe se ubre. The other, hor mar jamme aave jaye. So we need to find out what it is that the gur has that is not perishable. And that we find in the next section of this line. Hor mar jamme aave jave. This is the body, the physical body. Ante gaye pachataave. If you identify with this body, in the end you will regret it because you will have discovered that you are not the body. The body is simply a perishable vehicle. And then now is the key. Bin naam sukh na hui. So it is Naam, that is the spiritual body, which Gur Rakhe, which is hidden, if you will, or concealed, if you will, in Gur wisdom. So we have to focus on wisdom as our spiritual body, which is not perishable. And where does that happen? Ethe kamave so phal paave. Ethe kamave. In this life, you have to invoke Guru wisdom in order to connect with the wisdom which is the imperishable spiritual body. You learn the distinction between the physical that is perishable. And then he says, Manmukh hai pat khoi. But the problem is that we are all manmukhs. We are all living in an ego consciousness which is tied to the sense of the body. And pat khoi means we lose our dignity as humans. What dignifies us is naam, virtues. So you see the difference here, the distinction. And then the Guru cautions us, Jampur Gor Andhar Mahagobar. Jampur. In the realm of death, It is dark and grim. Tithe pain na pai. There is no sister, no brother stands with you. But Naam will stand with you. It will see you across. So that's essentially setting the theme of this Shabad. The next stanza, so he's talking about wisdom as the spiritual body, because it is a body of knowledge, of wisdom. And it is also called Kanchankaya, a golden body, desirable, valuable. In the second stanza, the Guru says, Kaya Kanchan Tathiya. You can establish or you can refine the mind, if you will. It's the refined mind that we are talking about, not the ego mind, which is attached to the body. The primal mind, the other side of the mind, the Unman, is connected with the wisdom body. But Tathiya, that happens only Jahan Satgur Le Milai. You need the enlightener, the Gur, the method, the process. That is what you need. And then what does the Gur really do? Param Maya Vichon Kattiya. Param Maya. Param, illusions of Maya, illusions of the senses. So Gurbani is very clear that the world of the senses that we live in is a delusion, and it comes from attachment. It attaches us to things that are not permanent. We personalize everything when we shouldn't. So Parama Maya Vichon Kattiye. This is what the Guru does. It tears away illusions of Maya. Sachade Naam Samay. And we, Sachade Naam, the wisdom of the self, is enshrined within. Sache Naam Samay Har Gun Gaye. So that embellishment in the heart happens when we cultivate gun, qualities. Mil Pritam Sukhapai, because the beloved is known through its qualities. The beloved is not a thing, it is qualities. You see how this is the way to think about the beloved, the Har. So within us, the essence is qualitative, quanta. And we need to shape it. And then you will experience bliss forever. Sada anand rahe din rati vichon haume jaye. Because then you will have removed or dissolved the ego. Because it is dark, wisdom is light, dark will disappear. Jinni purkhi har naam chit laya. Tinke haun lagon pai. I am beholden to that person, purkhi, that mind, that actually has traversed this process and now embodies Naam. And we should too. Stanza 3. So sacha sach sa lahiye. Je Satgur de bajai. Je Satgur de bajai. That which the Satgur has given us as discernment of qualities, that sacha, that eternal truth, we should hail it, praise it, meaning we should emulate its virtues and qualities, because the Guru has granted you, has opened your eyes. Satguru de bujhai. Bin Satgur param pulaniya kya moh desan aage paye. Without the Guru, without this wisdom, you will remain forgetful. And how will you face yourself when the body comes to an end? So in other words, the outcome is going to be such that you are going to repent. Kya din muh jaye, avgun pachtaye, dukho dukh kamaye. Again, emphasis. Kya din muh kaaye, what face are you going to carry there? Pain will follow you, regrets will grow. But naam ratiya se rang chalulla, pirke ank samaye. Naam ratiya. Ratiya, those who are colored deep, dyed in the love of wisdom. Naam ratiya se rang chalulla, crimson red, they glow. Pirke ank samaye, they are close to the husband spouse. This ajeved avarana sujai, kis aage kahiye jaye. None compares to that husband spouse. It is beyond all praise. Then in the fourth stanza, Jini sachara sach salahiya, how tin lago pai. Again, emphasis. I will follow, or I am beholden by those who have followed this path. Se jan sache nirmale, tin milya mal sabajai. Nirmale, se jan, these devotees are truly pure. Nirmale is to be without filth, without dirt. Tin milya mal sabajai. When you meet them, because they are without dirt, your dirt is also cleansed. The point is, what is this dirt that is being talked about? It is the dirt of the ego. And what is the dirt of the ego? It is thoughts that are constantly distracting us. That is the dirt, this personalization of thoughts. I am this, or I need to do that, or I. It is this identification, this incessant churning of thoughts is what becomes filth eventually. In other words, it's useless. That, to become nirmala, means to become tranquil of these thoughts, to quieten the mind. Tin milya mal sab jaye, tin milya sab mal jaye, meeting those whose minds are tranquil. Sache saranai, that is, Sache sar, in the true pool of knowledge. You wash yourself. In other words, now the thoughts that are going to arise are going to be meaningful, are not egoistic. You are now operating out of a different fulcrum. Naam niranjan agam agochar satgure diya bujhaye. Here's the key. This is what the Satguru does. Wisdom, niranjan, spotless. It is not material. Agam agochar, beyond the senses. So Naam, wisdom, gives you insight into what is imperceptible. So it is intuitive. It does not rely on the senses. So your faculties expand. You rise above the senses and now you can see more clearly. Andan Bhagat Kare Rangarate Nanak Sacha Samay. Andan Bhagat Kare Dinarati. Such individuals are forever devoted to the cause of the self. Jinni Sachara Sachatyaya. How Tinike Lagu Pai. For that reason, the Guru says, I am beholden to them. And so should we be beholden to them, and we should be emulating them. I am pointing to our gurus. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.